So I'll give you a really good example. Okay. I was helping a postdoc. This was an environmental chemistry. No. And oh no, she was what do you call the person that studies animal life? Seawater life.
Um, I'm drawing a blank.
Okay,
Uh,
someone in the chat, put it in the comment.
yes.
We'll remember in like 2 minutes. We'll remember. That's how it works. So anyway, she had this very complicated kind of animation and with lots of information and charts and numbers and statistics, kind of a crowded slide, which we all do in academia. And it was all about measuring whale migrations based on ear hair damage. Because I don't know, a lot of us, our balance comes from our inner ears. A whale's sense of where the sea is, and the sea floor is, the sea level and the sea floor is based on that as well. And she had this whole chart, and it was all this information and all the bullets and everything like that. Now, sometimes you got to play the game. Okay. I said, you know what? Have that chart, but follow it up with something. And I challenged her to use a concept from a gentleman named John Medina, who wrote a book called Brain Rules. He's a neuroscientist, and he talks about how the brain has evolved to process information. He talks about the picture superiority effect. Uh, uh, Vision is our first sense, but you know it as a picture says 1,000 words. Same concept. So I challenged her, use the concept after some training. And here's what she did. She showed me a picture of a guy before and after Rogaine, like balding. So she showed me a bald guy and a guy with hair. And then she said, this is what's happening to the whale population. They're losing their inner ear hair. And then she showed me a picture of like 20 whales beached on shore. And she's like, and that's the problem, because this is what's happening. They can't figure out where they're essentially going blind. And then she gave us a bunch of stats. But here's the best part. Here's where the magic happened. At the end of her presentation, she went back to those two pictures and she asked the audience, does anyone remember the stats I give you? This is about 10 years ago, by the way. And like almost everyone in the room yelled it out. Now ask yourself, when did you remember something from 30 minutes ago, a stat from 30 minutes ago in a technical postdoc thesis defense? But the whole room, almost the whole room remembered, because they first remembered the image that anchored them to the information. And even now, I can still picture the image. And I still remember, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I can still remember her technical slide as well, even though it was 10 years ago, because it's always the image first. And you know this.